The leaders, the shakers, the game changers, the Millennial Movers.
My name is Becki Peckham. I am a freelance graphic designer and photographer, and I have a lifestyle and tech YouTube channel with my husband, Chris. I always wanted to be self-employed when I was younger and tried the 9-to-5 thing, and it didn't really work out for me, so I left and started my own company 7 or 8 years ago. Right now, I'm really passionate about video. If you asked me this question like 2 years ago, I would have said video can go, eat shit, because I hated it. But since I started my YouTube channel last year, I've really gotten into it, and I love it. It's like moving pictures, and photography was always my biggest passion, and now it's like, now I can take photos, but they're moving, and I can grade them the same way, and it's really fun to do. What inspires me? I love learning, and I love getting better at stuff, the things that I'm really into. And so, watching other people's YouTube channels and seeing other people succeed, that's super inspiring to me, is watching people grow. And I want to grow, so just following those people along just really helps me progress in my industry.
Has anyone ever told you that you would maybe fail at your endeavor?
Yeah, it's actually interesting you say that, because when I started out, somebody told me that I couldn't be a photographer without going to school for photography, and that most businesses fail when they're starting up. And so that was kind of, a little bit of a stab in my heart, but it's something that motivates me to kind of continue and make sure that this works. So yeah, I guess that's one thing that's kind of driven me to continue to work and be good. And I didn't go to school for photography, but I do make a living at that now, so it's pretty cool. I think Newfoundland in general is fulfilling. The landscape and the area is just so beautiful and inspiring. The ocean and the rocks and the mountains, or not mountains, but they're like cliffs, I guess you could say. And like the fishing community, there's so much to see and do. And growing up here, you think, oh, Newfoundland, there's not a lot of things to do. You want to be in a big city, and there's not a lot going on. But if you really step back and think about it and look at the place that we're living in, there is a lot to do and a lot to see. It's just different than the bigger cities. If you look at, we say like the weather here is not very good, but if you look at the beauty and the rain and the fog and the snow, then it's a really special place. So it kind of inspires me to kind of go out and shoot and blog and make videos and things like that. So every time I come back, I'm like, let's go on adventures. I want to go out and do stuff and experience Newfoundland the way that I never thought about experiencing it when I lived here. When you're in photography and video, if you think you're at the top, you've lost, because you're not. There's always things to learn. There's always ways to improve, and there's always people who are better than you. So you just got to keep going and going and just never stop learning. Okay, so some advice that I would kind of give to somebody who is young, starting out in photography or video, or even business in general, is you need to have a thick skin. So don't let what people say to you cut you down, and don't let people's bad opinions or bad advice or bad words kind of take away that passion for business. Number 2, I would say if you're shooting photos and videos, keep shooting photos and videos daily, all the time. Always be researching, always be watching what other people are doing, but don't be distracted by what other people are doing. And when I say that, I mean, don't look at other people's work and be like, oh, that person's so good, I'll never be that good, and then let that kind of stop you from continuing. Just keep doing you and learning and shooting and progressing, and then eventually you will get to where that person is, or even better.